Today is September 4th, which means we have exactly 2 days before the release of Starfield, highly anticipated RPG from one of my favorite gaming studios, Bethesda. I'm really excited to play, and I'm really excited to share my journey with you because I'm going to be playing Starfield on the Asus ROG Ally. I've been told that it will support playing Starfield. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna get this set up. I haven't played in a week or two. It probably needs some upgrades. And then I'm gonna activate my free Xbox Game Pass so that I can play Starfield for free on day one. I am so excited to try out the Game Pass, to play some Starfield, and to hang out with you along the way. Let's get this Asus loaded up and we'll make any updates needed and create an Xbox Game Pass account. The only game I've played so far is Diablo, so I'm looking forward to playing something else on here. And I feel like maybe we need to do some updates. I don't remember how to do them. Oh, here, Update Center. Check for updates. Okay, well, it looks like I got the latest updates. So that is good. Game library. Okay, now we are going to set up our Xbox Game Pass and get Starfield downloading. I'm so excited. And none of it is very girly. Whoa, just kidding. There is a teacup. Can we see this? There is a teacup character. Oh, I'm gonna go with that. Okay, I'm not quite sure how long the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is, but I do have a free, at least a month, so I'm really excited to claim that. I'm not sure if it's gonna let me install before the release date for Game Pass because I'm not paying for this game at this time. I do have 3 free months of Game Pass that I'm gonna take full advantage of to try out Starfield. Of course, as soon as I stopped filming, I pressed the button and I was able to pre-install. So here, we are able to pre-install the game before tomorrow. So I'm gonna get that downloading today and we'll be ready to play tomorrow night. And we're gonna be playing on the ROG Ally. I cannot wait to see how it goes. I went out to get lunch and I came back and Starfield is ready. We have 1 day and 4 hours left. So we'll let the countdown begin. Get it all set up on the TV. I need to fix this. Looks funny. But look at 117 gigabytes. It already downloaded 117, so this is a big one. At the time of filming this, Starfield has already been out for just over 2 weeks. I did stop vlogging my experience with the Asus because the very first night that Starfield came out, it was super frustrating trying to play on this Asus. Now let me explain a little because I did figure things out, but that first night I was able to play for about 40 minutes before my first crash of the game. And during that 40 minutes, I think I spent the entire time trying to make a character. I thought it would be fun to make a character that looked like myself, and I just got really wrapped up in the character creation, and the game crashed. Then after that, every subsequent time I tried to load the game, it would immediately crash. It would just close with no warning, no error, nothing. It was like I never even loaded the game. Let me tell you, after all the anticipation and the excitement, this was incredibly frustrating. So I did not pull out my camera. I did not do any filming. I just was so mad. So I spent hours, I think at least 2 hours, trying to figure out what the problem was with my Asus. And it turns out that everything I had done in this vlog previous to the game coming out was not in any way helping me prepare to actually run the game. So let me explain. On the Asus, there is an armory crate that keeps track of all of your apps and games and everything. It's kind of a Asus's one-stop shop for all of your games, and you can load everything from this screen. I had updated that thinking that I would be able to play the game because of that update. Not accurate at all. So how it works for the Asus, there is a My Asus app. And in this app, you are able to upgrade your system, including the graphics drivers from here. Great. I updated to what I thought was the latest graphics driver, and I continued to have the crashing problem. But eventually I figured out that the Asus I think it will tell you that you have the most up-to-date graphics driver. But in reality, there was a optional driver that I could have downloaded that completely solved my issue. So for some reason, the Asus didn't think that the latest graphics driver was what I needed. I do know that when Starfield came out, a lot of the companies that make graphics cards did release an updated driver just specifically for this game, and I believe that is the driver that my Asus was missing when I was having all of those crashing issues. So after several hours, I did figure out that there is a driver there. It's under the optional section. So if you are also having trouble running Starfield or any other very advanced kind of graphics heavy game on your Asus, check to make sure that you aren't missing a optional graphics driver. Here it has essentials, if you can see this, and there is latest. So they differentiate between whether it's an essential driver or if it is the latest. So that is where your driver will be to play Starfield. After I had that little issue solved, I was done. That night, I think it was like midnight by the time I figured everything out and got my Asus running. I played a little bit of the game, but I was just in such a sour mood that I convinced myself I didn't even like it. But that is not true. I have spent the last 2 weeks playing off and on. I have a total of 15 hours, which I know over 2 weeks is not a ton of time, but in my 15 hours, I have grown to absolutely love Starfield. It is definitely a Bethesda game, and I love everything about the single player RPGs that they make. I highly recommend this game to anyone, but specifically if you're trying to play on the Asus, I think that you will have no problems as long as you make sure you have that optional graphics driver that they have listed in the My Asus app. Now, the Asus ROG Ally is not a, high-end gaming computer, but it is a very powerful little machine, and it does play the majority of Starfield very, very well. There is one spot where I see some issues, and that would be in the very huge city called New Atlantis. And I like to joke that it looks like PS2 graphics when I go there. I don't think that's just the Asus ROG Ally. I think that's just something in the game because I have a pretty decent gaming PC, and even my PC struggles when I go to this city. Otherwise, the game plays amazing, both on the Asus ROG Ally and my gaming PC. What's really nice about the Xbox Game Pass is that there must be some sort of cloud system that stores your saved data, because I can go from the Asus to my gaming PC and back and forth to play the same save file. And I have been loving that. Mostly I've been playing on the Asus ROG Ally. I love that I can take this off the dock, I can sit on my couch or in my bed and play. So if you've been on the fence about playing Starfield, whether you have an ROG Ally, a gaming PC, an Xbox, I highly recommend it. Play it on whatever system you can. If you enjoy that type of video game, I know I do. I love single player RPGs for the story, specifically the story, and this one is really, really immersive and super interesting, and I'm having a ton of fun with it. If you've been on the fence about trying to play a game like this on your ROG Ally or purchasing an ROG Ally to eventually play a game like this, I will say you will have no issues. I am having a blast with Starfield. I don't know if you can see it on my face or how excited I am to talk about it and tell all of you, but I think that it's really, really fun. I'm so glad I got the ROG Ally so I can play this game anywhere in my house. All right, that's all I have to say today. I hope you enjoyed this little vlog moment, got a little bit of information about the ROG Ally and Starfield, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.